Good day, Pinoy Clixers and Mixers. Welcome back to the channel. And here we are doing episode 2 of State of Pinoy Heroclix. And for episode 2, February 2023, let's go!
Dun,
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 dun, dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun, dun.
dun, 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 dun. Okay, so we are here on our second episode of State of Pinoy HeroClix, February 2023, not 2022. And we are together with Larry. Larry, say hi.
Hi guys, we're back.
Okay, we're back. Okay, and I hope you want us back. Okay, so we have five agendas for this particular episode, and we just finished with the first one, which is introductions. By the way, we're doing this video supposedly February 28th, but right now it's March 1, 12:14 a.m. So it's really the end of the month, start of the new month for episode 2. Okay, and let's move on to our uh, second agenda, which is the community experience for the month of February. Okay, so February, of course, had a bunch of tourneys locally here in the Philippines. February 4, I don't know, Larry, if you can still remember, we joined the Highlander tournament.
Yes, yes.
Yes, okay.
I
So,
had fun using Juggernaut.
okay, can you tell them what your team is quickly, if you can recall?
I think my team was Brotherhood
Yeah,
team. Magneto, mainly Magneto, Venom, Rogue, and Juggernaut.
Juggernaut. Okay, at
Yeah,
175 points, I imagine.
yeah. The full point. He was equipped with the cloak of levitation, while Venom Rogue was equipped with U.S. Agent Shield, the one with the combat reflex.
Yeah. And did you do like swapping? Was it a swap team?
Yeah, I think most of the games, or if not all, I swap my Venom Rogue with Blackheart.
Blackheart. Okay.
Yeah.
So, remember that team because that will be a team that will be used in another tournament for the month of February. Okay, how did you do
But
for that
that was a
tournament?
fun team. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And
How did you do in that tournament? In
well,
the
the the first game I think won. The second
Yeah,
game, I faced a Destroyer Prime
yeah,
with Scarlet Witch. So when the Destroyer Prime appeared and my Juggernaut was within the range of the Chaos,
yeah.
he got he got KO'd. But before that, when it was my turn, I was gonna KO the Scarlet Witch with a 5 or higher attack roll,
Mm,
but I didn't roll 5 or more.
five,
So
five
on the
or
next
more.
turn, I got killed.
Yeah, yeah. Were we using already the new rules in this tourney?
No, not yet.
Not yet, not yet, not yet. Okay. Yeah, so I think we were both destroyed by the destroyer team. Okay.
Yeah.
On my end, I was using an X-Men swap team, but I think most of the match I always ended up with what to call this, a Jubilee. Okay, but uh I think I tried to use here, if I'm not mistaken. I think I used the call this the threesome team. I think this was the threesome team.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I remember
So
you told that because we didn't face it that tournament. But I
yeah,
remember you told me you were using that threesome team.
the threesome team. Okay. By the way, the threesome team is composed of Jean Grey, Wolverine, and Cyclops. Okay, and with their team up card that they complement each other. Basically, when they roll a three, there's a lot of effect that stacks, and yeah, a lot of fun. So I ended up second on that
Yeah,
particular.
surprisingly, you were higher than me.
Yeah, and lost only to the Scarlet Witch, and that destroyer is really strong. That's the first time I faced a destroyer live, and it's
Yeah,
really
me also, me
a
also.
meta figure. I think that's the only meta figure in War of the Realms, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. War of the Realms. There's nothing notable in that set except for the destroyer, I think. Yeah. Da, 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 da. Yeah, seemingly nothing out of that set except destroyer being used.
Yeah, but
So
there are a lot of fun figures in that set.
yeah. Oh, like I'm just thinking like what?
Like the Destroyer non-prime, I like it.
Ah, yeah, yeah, I remember. Destroyer non-prime together with the Kid Loki.
Yeah, also
Mm.
The Hulk common, he's
Common
pretty good.
Hulk.
Yeah. Also
Ah, yeah, this one.
with
The synergy with
Shang-Chi,
the Avengers.
the
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi, usually it is
Uncommon.
used in the golden age with the ID card.
Mm. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But for modern meta, it seemingly it's
Oh
really
yeah. Yeah.
the destroyer. Okay, so I think
Which we don't have.
I think only Marcus has the destroyer in the country. So he's
Yeah.
really at a
All
great
Joey also has.
advantage.
He's
Joey.
selling it, so
Ah, okay.
I'm just having second thoughts because I'm using, if ever I'm gonna use Prime, I'm gonna use Jim
Magic
Jasper.
Jaspers.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so
Okay.
I'm. But
Yeah.
who knows
So
if the nationals is near and we might change teams. We really have to get one of that Destroyer Prime.
yeah. So if you're able to get a great deal or pull the destroyer when you buy War of the Realms, definitely a must keep for your team. Okay,
Yes,
so
yes.
this destroyer. You will be surprised how easy you can bring out destroyer because there's a lot of equipped characters nowadays, automatically equipped characters. So usually comes
And
in
that
as
character you cannot KO. I don't know why.
I think you can KO this, but you need to have like charge flurry exploit. I think that's the only way for you to KO him. So that
But the moment you
uh
damage it gets out of the game.
yeah, but I think you need to finish first the flurry. So let's say I use Wolverine and then I charge flurry and I roll high for let's say blades. Then that might be the time that I'm able to KO the destroyer. Exploit
But
blades.
if he's on click one, good luck.
Yeah, well, this is like I think 10 clicks of life. Yeah, so good luck with that. Yeah. So anyway, so we
Maybe if you have that, what's that, the arms, that
Waldo
equipment.
arms
Maybe if you have Sakaria with Flurry 4 damage and then Waldo Arms another attack, so you will deal 12 damage, which which
can
which
be
he has to
reduced.
be inside the chaos or rune
Yeah.
special marker.
Yeah. Okay, but if you're able to KO this one, then it's gonna be 100 points for you. So that would probably win you the game as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, 100 points can be a game turner in that sense. Okay, so again, Destroyer living up to his name of destroying teams. So I think Marcus ended up being the champion of this particular tournament. So congrats once again, Marcus. Okay, I ended up
Yeah,
second, and
congrats.
then Larry, I think, ended up, were you third or fourth, something like
Third
that.
or fourth, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so February 11, we missed the Valentine's tournament. Okay, so we're gonna skip that. And then February 18, we had a 400 point game. Okay. And Larry missed it, I think, due to prior commitment, right? You were not
Yeah,
part
I
of?
think I have competition.
Yeah. So for those of you who are not aware, Larry is a competitive dance sport. Is that the term?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So he dances and joins competitions. Okay. So what's your favorite? What you call this? Dance.
Dance, of
Yeah.
course, rumba and samba.
Rumba, samba. The
The
are they
rumba
the most?
and the samba.
Are they the most tiring?
Samba is the most fun. Rumba
Yeah.
is the most uh romantic
Ah,
dance.
I see.
Mm.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. I don't dance at all. I have two left feet.
Everybody can dance, believe me.
Okay.
If
I
you can
remember.
count, then you can dance. That's what I say in ballroom.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, if you can count, then you can dance.
Yeah. So it's just one, two, three, one, two, three.
Yes, yes. You don't even have to hear the beat
Mm,
while learning. You just have to count.
okay. So again, that's another tip from Larry as outside of HeroClix. So going back 400 points. Before the tournament, I remember playing against Knight. He was using the Hellfire Gala set because during this time,
Wow,
we were able to get hold of the Hellfire Gala. I was
that's
really
nice.
surprised. Yeah, we had a pre-play 300 points, and I was really surprised with the synergy of the Hellfire Gala figures. He used all of the characters except for Sunfire. So all seven, I think, on their lower points.
Nice.
And yeah, and the synergy comes in the high fashion trait. Okay, wherein when a 5/5 is rolled after resolutions, there's a bunch of effects that stacks um for the team. Okay, so really strong. I'm not gonna get into it because uh my team was obliterated by this particular.
Really?
Oh yeah, I was using as 300 points like Phoenix Sentinel at I think 100,
With
uh
Jim Jasper, right?
Jim Jaspers, and what's the other one? Hope Summers. Using mystical team. Is it mystical or what's the keyword of hope? Let me just check. Hope Summers. I think mystical. A cosmic might be. Let me see. Hope Summers is, yeah, I was using Cosmic, Hope Summers, Phoenix Sentinel, and Majin Jaspers. Was able to hit him only once, and then before I was hit a lot by Wolverine. So this particular Wolverine. So because looking at the trait of Wolverine, uh, uh, Blades, Claws, and Fangs, rather the special attack damage is quite interesting. Blade Claws Fangs, but may use it when targeting more than one character, and she has three bolts, three targets, and she must roll a
Really?
d6 for see yeah, and she must roll a d6 for each hit target.
Wow.
And then after resolution, heal her one click for each opposing character that took damage from the attack. So really hard to KO, even at 45 points with the 6 hypersonic, 11, 17, and 3 exploit. Uh,
So she can use hypersonic, 3 attack blades?
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Is that possible?
Exploit? Exploit?
Is it
Is
possible?
that exploit?
Hyperson, yeah, exploit, and then and
Yeah,
then
you
and
can do.
then
I mean, in the old rules, hypersonic psychic blast, you can do it.
yeah. I think we were using the old rules as well for this one. Okay, so I was surprised with that blades, and yeah. So Phoenix Sentinel did not
Huh?
last so long. Okay. So, but for the 400 points tournament itself, I use Phoenix Sentinel again. I only use two figures, I think. Phoenix Sentinel at 307. That's the highest point of this. Second highest point. 350 points. Phoenix Sentinel. And then I use Mad Jim Jaspers. I equip Mad Jim Jaspers with the Combat Reflex Shield. And
US
then
Shield. US
US
Shield
Shield.
agent.
Yeah, US Shield Agent. And then I equipped Phoenix Sentinel with the defend shield. Okay, so
Using Majim.
using Majin, I equipped him with defend, and then
Ah,
I would swap it with the energy shield uh equipment. Okay, so it's quite hard to KO this one at to 350 points with 20 defense and again automatic uh regeneration every turn when it takes a damage. Yeah.
but
So
that Gala KO that Sentinel.
not this 350 points but the 225 points.
Okay.
Hmm. Okay. So
Wow.
I ended up I think I was 400 points. I think I ended up third on this tournament if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So you can watch it. You can watch the video in the channel. Okay. So we'll probably put the link in the description of this video if you want to look at the 400 points of fun video. Okay. And on February 25, I was not around, but you were there. There was a popper
Yeah.
format tournament. Can you tell us about it, Larry?
Yeah, the proper format was you can only use common and uncommons. No starter, no primes,
Chase.
no chases. Yeah, start only commons and uncommons and no primes, no fast forces, no starter, no Wizkids, something,
LE. Yeah.
no LE. Yeah. And
Okay.
and if you think about it, the strongest figure was really Doctor Strange, the uncommon.
From Disney Plus.
The common, I think, no?
Yeah, the Disney Plus. Let me just check.
Yeah,
Uncommon. Doctor Strange
yeah,
Supreme.
yeah.
Yeah.
But knowing Larry, I don't want to use what they're gonna use, so I tried building a team against it.
Yeah.
I was gonna lock him down with the plasticity, with the defend of 19 with combat reflex, using my minions. What do you call that? Minion
Moloid?
from the Spider-Man set. From the
Minions.
Spider-Man set.
Let me see. Minion. Spider-Man. Hmm. Robot Minion? Carnage Minions.
Carnage, yeah.
Okay. So what was your team? Carnage Minions.
I had two Carnage minion, the one samurai with the blade from the
Uh,
Rise and Fall set
Silver
facing yes,
Silver Samurai.
Silver
Okay.
Samurai. One of that and then two Moloids
Hmm.
and then the one with the leadership and who can carry two is Baron from Disney Plus.
Okay. And how did you do?
So well, because I think Baron is stealth, and who else? I had another one stealth. So I was hiding my figures, but then I just realized I was reading my opponent's card. Doctor Strange can see through
Can
terrain. Oh
see.
my god! So before I even get close, and I had no TK, and those minions you cannot carry because they are battle fury.
Battle Fury.
So before I can even go near them, one of my minions were already dead.
Yeah.
So
And
it's, it, we were only four, and the three of them were using Doctor Strange.
wow.
All of them. So since we were just four and we had lots of time, Conrad made us play with everyone. So we had three games.
Mm.
Usually at 4-4, you only get two. But since we had
True.
more time, we played three games. So I played all three Doctor Strange. I think I only won my last game with Angel. I think.
Yeah. So
And then we I only won it because we did a roll because we were the
roll off
same points.
at the end.
Yeah, and then I
Ano
won
ba?
it. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. I'm just
But
thinking that
then but
go ahead.
then the prizes I think they got 1 2 boosters.
Mm,
Since I was the last, so I get to pick the last fig and then get to pick again first
mm.
before going back. It's a snake, eh? Snake.
Snake draft, yeah.
Yeah.
So you
So
got more prizes than the winners.
yeah, it looked because I think the first prize was 100. Uh,
Pesos.
Eugene got it. The second one
You,
was also 100. Somebody got it. So the Hellfire guard was
guard.
left, and who's that X-Men who the scientist who tinkers
Moira?
with the mutants?
Moira?
It's a guy,
From Rise and
the
Fall.
one who yeah, Rise and Fall, I think. That guy,
Mm,
the nemesis of Cyclops, if he uh that guy
common?
who changes, no, it's a rare, who
Rare.
changes
Mr.
the parts
Sinister.
of X-Men.
Mr.
Yeah,
Sinister.
Sinister. Yeah. Yeah. So I got
Okay.
that and Crimson and Hellfire. So I think I won
You won the
the
snake draft.
I won the snake draft.
Okay.
And then we ate at Popeyes after.
Okay. Okay. That
And
that's
then
unique.
after that game I had to go home and didn't work because we had the online tournament.
And then the
Imagine
online
that.
tournament. I'm just I'm just
Game after
thinking,
game.
yeah, I was just thinking if I joined that tournament because I was in Iloilo for that particular weekend. I was in Iloilo February 22 to
What would you
26.
use?
I would have used the threesome team because they're also common, uncommon, Wolverine, Cyclops, and
But you
Marvel
could
Girl.
I think you will not be able to use the team
The
up
team
card.
up,
Is that a team up card?
yeah, but it's still. I think that can. It's not allowed to use any other elements.
No, no elements.
No elements.
Sideline
Oh,
also you can use, but it has to be common and uncommon.
I see. I see. Okay, but you're right. The big guy would definitely be the Doctor Strange Supreme for
Yeah,
Pauper
he's so
format.
strong.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, can you see? Can you imagine 195 points with
They were using
this
it at the second, lesser
second?
than 195.
Okay,
The 125, I think.
yeah. And then
Does it have
somebody
125?
did somebody use it like two of this one?
Three. All of them
Three.
used
But the
that.
meaning in a team two of this in a team
No,
or
only
no?
one, only
Only
one, only
one.
one.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
it's only a 300 point format.
Okay. Okay. So you lost the tournament but you won pricing in a sense.
Yes, yes. So I was happy going home.
Okay. So was it new rules or old rules?
Old rules, still
Old
old
rules.
rules.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
all the February tournament, at least locally, is old rules. But as Larry mentioned earlier, right after the February 25 local tournament, early morning in the Philippines, February 26, we Larry, KL, and myself represented the
KL
Philippines
from
and
Cebu.
KL from Cebu.
Woo!
Hello, KL. Represented the Philippines in the broadcast show free tournament. Okay, let's talk about that tournament. It started, I think, for us 2:30 a.m. and I was really half awake, half asleep at that time. Because again, I have a baby
Me,
and
I wasn't able to sleep because until 1 a.m. we were changing teams. But
yeah,
I'll tell you that.
we had a mini test run before the tournament because it was the first
Yeah,
time we are going to play with the new rules. Yeah, so we had to play test the new rules because this tournament followed the new rules. We're gonna talk about the some of the new rules later, but for now, let's talk about team builds. Can you tell us what your team was for the broadcast show, Tony? Larry?
my team was mainly headed by Agatha, the
Mm-hmm.
Chase, together with
Mm-hmm.
Sakarian Chase. Um, two flashes. one 30 point and one 20 point. One with the charge, double charge, and one with the TK. And then I had uh, what is that? Jim Jasper. I had seven figures. I had Jim Jasper, and then I had two more. Two
Mm.
more. Agatha, Sakarian, two flashes, Jim Jasper. Um, shoot, I can't remember.
Okay.
No. Commissioner and Commissioner and Molecule Man. There. Not team, non team.
Non-team. Okay. Uh, Myself, I used as a version of your team in one of the February tourneys. I used Juggernaut, Mystical Team, Juggernaut, full points, Blackheart, 75 points, and Saturnine, 35 points. The
But
one from
it's a mystical
Slop.
team.
Yeah, it's a mystical team, the one from Slop.
I
Yeah.
see.
Okay. So I only had three figures, but I do have a bunch of sidelines. I have the Destroyer Prime in my sideline, the Sentinel, the Skrull Spy, and Deadpool from Empire. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. I did not. I used a tarot deck card. Let me see. Here, Juggernaut was equipped.
If I only knew that they could use tarot card and just roll a dice, I could have used that.
Yeah. That's what they use now. It's. I think it's a very quick alternative rather than setting up the tarot card.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, a
Mm.
lot of my people I played
Opponents.
it with
Yeah.
was using that.
Yeah. Me too. I also use that because Brad mentioned it to me that I don't have to recreate it every time. Just put the five and then roll a random d5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so next time we can use that. I
Yeah.
mean, I can use that because I didn't use
Mm.
tarot cards
Mm.
because I was so confused with all of the effects,
That's true.
equipments.
That's true. So for my team, Juggernaut has Cloak of Levitation and Blackheart has Emotional Modifier. I did mention Tarot card. My deck was the Hierophant, Ten of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Two of Swords, and Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands especially important for Blackheart so that leadership roles would be +1. Hierophant so that
Yeah, that's
combat
nice.
combat values will not be what you call this will not be modified. I think the Two of Swords. Let me just confirm. The Two of Swords uh, makes the energy explosion uh, instead of 2 damage. The energy explosion will deal 3 damage.
Three
Be-
damage.
Yeah, which is very useful for Blackheart because he has explosion and he can do penetrating explode if somebody was KO'd last turn, something like that.
That's nice. That's
Um,
nice.
yeah, so really fit for him. Let's just do a quick review. Ten of Cups because we don't use the tarot cards here in the Philippines a lot, so it's also uh needs to get used to it. Ten of Cups when a character uses Impervious, increase the result of the roll by one by +1, which is useful for Juggernaut because Juggernaut has Impervious in most of his dial.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, and the last one was the Four of Pentacles. Let's see what does that do? Four of Pentacles, which
And that team is
is
easy to use. You just have
yeah,
to sidestep, charge.
sidestep charge. Hit characters have Earthbound neutralize. Okay, when you have the Four of Pentacles. Well, go building on what you said that it's quite easy to use. And that's what I wanted to do with the team. It's online. It's an online tournament. Of course, kudos to Brad for setting up this online tournament for free with great pricing, and we'll talk
Awesome,
about
awesome.
the
Yeah.
pricing later. But since it's an online tournament and it's early morning in the Philippines, I didn't want to make a complicated team
Not
because it's
like
gonna.
my team. Oh my god.
So I wanted to keep it simple and then just just rely on the dice roll. If it hits, it hits. If my opponent succeeds with anyway, so just leave it to the dice gods on what the result of the
Yeah,
tournament
yeah.
will
Anyway,
be.
Juggernaut's attack was 12, right? And then you
Yeah,
have Saturnia pa, plus
yeah,
1 if you need
yeah.
it.
Okay. Let's talk about the matches. Okay. Can you probably tell us, Larry, your standing for the entire tournament? What was your final standing? Win
My
loss?
final standing was 3-2, 3 wins, 2 losses.
Three wins, two losses. Okay. Mine is the two wins, three losses. Okay. And anything you want to share out of your games? Something memorable or even traumatic experience that you had in any of your matches?
Now that now that you mentioned that Hellfire, what's that? Hellfire,
Gala?
that the one with the box?
Yeah.
Gala. I think my first opponent or one of my opponents was using that Gala figs.
Mm,
And he was the one who KO'd my Agatha because with the new rules, Agatha, even if she's standing in a hindering terrain, when she puts out her rune,
chaos. Yeah. A rule marker.
when he puts out her rune marker, it overlaps the hindering terrain. So therefore, she's not hindered anymore.
Mm,
So those figures did the range. I think 3 figures did the range to my Agatha, and she was killed. But I won that game still.
mm. You were surprised with that.
Yeah, but
Uh,
I was surprised that producing a rune under a hindering terrain will not make my Agatha stealth
stealth.
anymore.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm, mm. Yeah. So it's
And
a
then I won my
choice.
first 3 games. I think another team I faced was a Apocalypse
Mm,
Legacy.
yeah.
So of course, when Agatha makes her rune,
Rune.
I
Mm,
could easily KO the Apocalypse in 2 turns. I think I
mm,
made it in 2 turns. The first turn I attack and then it ran away, but I was able to move Agatha with the angler and with her terrain to terrain movement to get again
mm,
within range to Apocalypse and then attack him again.
mm. Okay.
The
Inter.
third game that I won was with the Black Heart with two Saturni, Felix Faust. Grabe, that team with Green Lantern Legacy, the GL Legacy. He even had that there was another legacy. They're all legacy figure. That GL Legacy. Anyway, I was able. She also had that Wonder Woman fig can
Chainsaw?
that once per game you can put
Yeah. The
a
chainsaw,
figure
Wonder
you.
Woman?
Yeah, yeah. I was able to kill his Blackheart twice, and that won me the game because I had 75 points.
Okay.
Now the dramatic game for me was I
Game
faced
4.
this three Mago team, and then during the game it was the first time that he wanted to be the um second. He wanted to be the first player because all of my 3 games they wanted to choose the map. So in my fourth game, he wanted to be the first player. So I chose the map, and I only had one map in my list,
Mm,
the square map, because I mean, the reason why we joined there is to learn the new stuff. So I
yeah.
had a short map, no, a 16 by 16 map.
Mm,
So I was the first player. So even if he had first turn immunity, I could still go to his base and put a rune, right?
mm,
I think he had Flash, Chip, 3 maggots, and a bunch of rings. So I went there, Agatha rushing there because it's a small map. And during his turn, He left my Agatha and went to my other pigs. And in one turn, that guy KO'd my Sakarian together with the commissioner, together with Roki.
Yeah.
In one turn, I was traumatic.
Okay. And then the last match, the last game.
And then the last game, I had an opponent also with the Maggot. So this time, I was ready. So I did. I
Mm.
was I was defensive now. So when he attacked, so he couldn't go to my. Somehow I placed my rune such a way that he cannot go in and drop the maggots
Yeah.
to
With the
place
poison.
the
Yeah.
in mini, because once he
Yeah.
placed them, because it's within the rune, it's not gonna have poison. So what he did was he tried to range my Agatha, but I had Agatha perplex her defense to 3 because I had 3 perplex
Mm.
from 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 Sakarian, from Agatha, and from what the other one. Anyway, plus 3 or plus 2. He couldn't hit Agatha. So during my turn, I had to mind control the Sakarian and the rookie because he had the commissioner also. And I took
Mm.
down that blue lantern, 30 point,
Yeah.
and
Saint
then
Lantern. Yeah.
bring his Sakarian to my within the rune and attack him with a bunch of attackers. But he,
Mm.
2 clicks, he had 2 clicks more life. Then during his turn, he KO'd my 2 flashes, and then that was it. That's the figure I
This
KO'd.
one. Yeah. The Saint Walker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then during his time, he KO'd my 2 flashes, and so he had 60 points. So he won the game.
Yeah. So it only lasted like 3 turns, 2, 3 turns,
3 turns, I think.
3 turns.
3 turns, 3 turns for him, but for me it was only 2 turns.
Two. Okay. I think the last match, everyone's too tired. That's why even the even actions take a long time. Yeah, because of fatigue
Yeah, but
from the
the last
players.
the last game when I was so awake because because before the last game I was massacred. That woke me up.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, for my team, for my tournament, okay, I'm opening up the document because I'm so bad with recalling what happened in that tournament. As I said, I ended up with 3 losses and 2 wins. Okay, looking at the tournament event report from Brad, the first
That's
match,
nice.
yeah, first match I won 225 to
Send me that, okay?
yeah, I'll send it to you via chat, okay, in Facebook. Okay, so I won the first match against Eli. Okay, so sorry I can't remember the team that Eli played. Okay, but I remember winning 225. So I think it was a close match. It's just that I in my last turn I was able to KO one of his big figure. So that's why I won that
Yeah,
particular
big
game.
points. Yeah.
Yeah, that big point figure. Second game, I was ahead in the second game. I remember I was playing in the small map for all 5 games. And I mean 4 out of the 5 games. Okay, so
Ah,
small
that's
map as
good. Yeah, I only
yes,
played one small map. Eh.
yeah. Because I usually won the map roll and then I choose the second place, a second turn so that I can
Player.
decide the map. Yeah, second player, and then I usually bring them to the what you call this pier map, the haunted pier map, and then because I wanted to try the small map for Juggernaut. Um, the second game I lost. I was ahead by a lot. Because I was able to KO I was able to KO one of his main figures. I think the world's finest and the Batman team up. But my Juggernaut was KO'd in the last turn of my opponent.
But you think if you were able to go away, could have could he have followed Juggernaut?
If I decided to run away, I don't think he could have followed Juggernaut. Okay, but since I was ahead a lot, I became a bit
You didn't thought
greedy.
you didn't think,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. So I think this was the team wherein the last two standing figure of my opponent was Arachnite and Wonder Woman Chainsaw, something like that. So Arachnite was
Oh,
really
okay.
strong because he has super senses, and then he copied the Wonder Woman team ability. So, yeah, so from the
Couldn't hit
chainsaw
him.
Wonder Woman, yeah, I couldn't hit him, and then with the tarot cards that increases the senses roll
Oh
and
my
things like
gosh.
that. So very hard to hit, and then he ultimately with Arachnite chose Flurry, and then Arachnite has a trait of precision strike, I think, and then Juggernaut was dead because even if I roll for impervious, precision strike would mean I take at least one damage. So I was in the snap
Even
click.
if it doesn't take penetrating.
Yeah, even if you reduce penetrating kasi it cannot be reduced below one for precision strike.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
so
You
even
know,
with per
a lot of teams there were using Red Wing because it has precision strike and outwit.
yeah, yeah,
A
okay,
lot of teams were using
yeah.
Red Wing.
And probably because there's also a lot of teams that use senses and precision strike
Yeah, yeah,
decreases the
yeah.
result of senses by one. So it's a good counter to senses. Third match was against let me just Ethan Briggs. Sorry, I also don't remember that the team, but apparently I lost as well on that particular
Because we were
team.
half awake and half asleep.
Yeah. And then the third one, the fourth one is the most traumatic for me. I was against I was
So you had also
against
experienced a traumatic game, huh?
yeah, Tristan. I was against Tristan Halverson. Okay. And I was wiped out almost immediately, I think at turn two. With the world's
Same,
finest.
same.
Yeah.
Uh,
World's finest, Flash, Sakarian Iron Man. Yeah, yeah. I think Sakarian Iron Man is really strong. I mean, he's always been strong, but Pulse Wave with the new rules is very strong because of um knockback damage as well being
knockback.
back. Yeah, yeah. So it technically in a small map, it can deal you one damage from Pulse Wave and then another
But
one from knockback.
why did it had knockback rolls of two doubles,
I think
or he
it's
had
built.
force blast and pulse wave?
Yeah, I think something like that. Okay, let me see. Other
Or it's
characters
built
within range
in
can't
the
use
pulse wave.
powers. I don't think it's built in. I'm reading Pulse Wave
So he
now.
used force blast and pulse wave. He chose.
Hmm, I'm not so sure because I think he used more running shot Pulse Wave.
How
Hmm,
come you were knocked back?
maybe because I'm not so sure. Maybe because it's doubles. Yeah, I
Maybe,
remember.
maybe.
I remember the last Pulse Wave he did was critical hit Pulse Wave.
Oh my god.
So critical hit Pulse Wave. I think the character is dealt one damage. Okay, even though it's
More.
critical, I don't know the mechanics. I cannot remember, but he was able to knock me back with Pulse Wave, and I was near the edge of the map, so everybody took one additional damage aside from the Pulse Wave. So, uh, s- and it goes through stat click, especially for black card because it doesn't have any reducers on the stat click. So very very traumatic experience for me for the fourth match and the fifth match.
Oh yeah, because it
I
doesn't have
won.
a defensive power.
Yeah, it doesn't have defensive power. So on the fifth match, I won against Kyle P. Okay, Kyle P is a new HeroClix player. He was mentioning during our match. And Blackheart did his thing during that match with energy explosion. And then of course, he was
3 damage.
yeah, 3 damage. I was able to pull out the Two of Swords tarot card, and then
Mm.
I placed Blackheart on top of the elevated terrain that I placed in the map. So he was able to see Batman Prime. Okay, and Kyle was not able to
Oh,
put
you
Batman
faced the
Prime.
Batman Prime.
Yeah, I faced the Batman Prime twice, I think, in the tournament, and for the last match,
You think that Prime is strong?
I think the Prime is okay. If your team is like a drop off team, then definitely use that Batman Prime. Okay, so uh, Kyle dropped off his team. We were using the long map because he won. I won the map roll, but I chose to go first player just to try out being a first player in a small map. But unfortunately, Kyle chose the big map.
Long
So
map.
yeah, he carried his figure, and then I was able, but unfortunately, he was not able to put Batman in the under stealth. He generated the smoke cloud, but did not put Batman under stealth. So I was able to hit from an elevated terrain,
Oh,
Batman
okay.
Prime, and then hit everyone with 3 damage, and that killed almost all of his figures except for Martian Manhunter. Venom Wolverine was also a part of his team. Okay, but from there it was quite easy, I guess, and roles were going my way as well. So that was a fun
In
tournament.
short, mainit ka na.
Mainit na. Yeah, so I was happy that it was past the fifth game because I was really too tired at that point. I think it was almost
11.
11 a.m.
10 o'clock
11
ba yun?
a.m. 10 o'clock, yeah, 10 11 a.m. And I was playing in a hotel, and our checkout time was 12 noon. So I was really worried that I will not be able to finish the tournament. And because Brad mentioned, if you don't finish the tournament, you're not gonna get any participation
Yes, yes. Yes, I was
prizes.
worried about you also because I thought during the awarding you were not there. You're not gonna
Mm,
be there.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so talking about it, the prizes. What did you get, Larry, for the tournament?
Well, since I got traumatic with the maggots, I got the maggot animal mini team.
Yeah, one maggot and one chip, correct?
Correct. And since I
Yeah,
have one maggot here and you have one maggot with you, so now we have three maggots.
yeah. We can replicate the team.
Yeah, we
For me, I got the Hellfire Gala set, the Kite Man set, but it's all Hellfire Gala. Not Hellfire Gala, Hellfire Club Guard figures. Okay, I think six Hellfire Club
that's
figures,
nice.
which is really nice because, as you all know, I'm an
But
X-Men
do you
collector.
have a black card?
I have one Black Heart and I only have one
That's
Hellfire
good.
Club Guard. So having
Yeah,
six
because I bought
more,
all your guards. Eh.
yeah, that's why I only have one left. So I was happy to get that
Now
one.
you have seven. That's good.
Yeah, yeah. But we were talking about the fucking tippy toe. Remember the top of the
Yeah,
prize was
yeah.
the tippy toe figure. I was
You
really
were
tempted.
telling us that you wanted to get that tipito and see what it comes up
Yeah,
with
yeah, because when it was my turn to
because
choose in
it's
the
on the number
snake
one
draft,
slot, diba?
yeah, it was on the one slot, and I was really tempted to pick it. I just did not follow my instinct, and then somebody picked it, and
Sayang.
then Brad revealed that it comes with a Sakarian Iron Man. Ooh, 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 ooh!
Imagine.
I should have trusted my guts. I was pretty confident that there was a pakulo or something. That's why it's on top of the list. So
A mystery card.
a mystery or something. Yeah, yeah. I should have. trusted my instinct. So charged to experience that one. But nonetheless, I'm very happy having six more Hellfire Club guard. So thank you very much again, Brad, for the tourney surprises,
Thank you,
Larry.
Brad.
Now that you tried the new rules, what are your realizations that you want to share to the Pinoy Heroclix community about the new
Uh,
rules?
I guess the new rules, taking out the team probs doesn't really affect the game that much because automatically you will put in things that will have prob
Mm,
in your team. It's a must.
mm,
Unless you know that your attack is really high.
mm.
So it
Okay.
doesn't really affect because having team probs, you and your opponent really just plus and minus, di ba? You prob, he probs, you prob. So the first turn, second turn, you're done with all your team
Team
probs.
prob. Yeah. Especially for me, you know me, I exhaust all my team prob on the first attack. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. For me as well, I felt that it's faster with no team probability control. Okay. Because again, you have to bring a prob. Even if you don't have a prob, I think it's fine. I mean, you can. It's always the luck of the dice roll anyway.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
even if your team doesn't have prob, it's fine as long as you have perplex. I think perplex is more useful than prob now because
I think
yeah,
also, if you have
yeah,
more perplex, you don't really need the prob.
that's true.
Because usually the figure that you're attacking, you choose figures without a prob, or you place your figure that can't be seen by a prob. So usually when you attack, they cannot prob it. Eh.
Yeah, and usually your main attacker will have like a range combat expert, close combat expert
Yeah,
anyway. Yeah. So
person attack.
yeah. Okay. For me, what do you think about the teams? Is it mostly um close combat as the new meta or range combat? I felt that most of the matches were predominantly close combat.
I think so too. Yeah, with the
Yeah.
poison close combat.
Yeah, because especially if it's a small map, it's really very easy for you to get close to each other. So there's a lot of close combat going on. Okay. So it might be wise to look into close combat reflexes. Okay. It might be wise to look into defend. Okay. And super senses. Hello, hello, hello. Sorry, I was cut
Hey,
off. Okay. So again, going back, it was seems like close combat is the way to go for teams in the smaller map.
yeah,
Okay.
especially with the figures that most of the meta figures have flurry. The rings with their constructs have flurry.
Mm,
Superman, World's Finest has free attack, um, plus his own attack.
mm.
So
Yeah.
it's
And
more on close attacks.
rollouts would also be important. Okay, especially super senses. I think super senses got a really big bump of because of the new rules. So more than the impervious, more than the shape change, it's really the senses that can be
Yeah,
very hard to
that's
hit.
why I'm really going for that Agatha because when I attack, for sure they will not have senses because of the rune.
Because of the rune. Yeah.
If ever I'm gonna use a figure without the rune or chaos, I'm gonna put in tempo because
Mm.
any figure adjacent to tempo has no senses.
As now senses. Okay. So
Mm.
Caleb Reddick won the tournament. Okay, 5 wins, 0 losses. Okay.
Wow,
I think his team was Wonder Woman Prime, if I'm not mistaken.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know the entire
I just
team,
don't
but
know how he did it. I mean, how
yeah.
he used it.
Yeah. Okay. I are you aware of what KL team is for the tournament?
Yeah, yeah. He had Scarlet Witch.
Okay.
That 50 points, that when you roll a one, he
Yeah,
had
yeah.
like four Lokis.
Okay.
He had Doctor Strange na 90 points.
Mm, okay. Interesting. Okay. We should have invited KL in this episode.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on to the next item in the agenda, and that is all about the history or milestones. For the month of February, of course, two new rules have been released. New rules number 3, which talks about the powers and abilities. Uh, there's been changes in support, super strength, and pulse wave, to name a few. And rule number 4 is all about the comprehensive rules, like no team probability control, knockback damage being back, and everyone being able to get up into elevation. Okay, even if you don't have deep climb, but only limited to the edge. Okay, we've talked about the impact of this rules in the game, especially when we experience it in the broadcast tournament earlier. Okay. Anything else you want to mention about the new rules for our players to be mindful of?
Well, two things
Yeah,
that really affected my team in the new rules. The one is the when you put out a terrain, that when
yeah,
you change a terrain on top of another terrain, the
yeah.
terrain under it goes away. You
Mm,
cannot use it.
mm,
I don't know if it's a new rule or it's an old rule. The second one is when you charge flurry, you cannot use an object. You can pick it up, but you cannot use it during your flurry
your flurry.
of attack.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay. Well, for me, it's about improved movement, destroy blocking. Really utilize it because I was
Ah,
using
because you have
Juggernaut.
Juggernaut eh. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So this Juggernaut with Cloak of Levitation, and the full movement charge would basically enable him to go anywhere on the map, even because again he destroys
Yeah,
blocking as
yeah.
so he gets where he wants to go. Nothing can stop him in that sense. So that's something to watch out for. Support did get a bump, but in my matches nobody used support still because it was so uh of it was so everyone was so aggressive. So there was no time to really do support. In
I
your
had
matches,
I
did
had one
anyone
I had one
uh,
opponent.
who use
I had
support?
one opponent. He used Evo
Yeah,
Prime, and that one had support at 20 points. So when I attacked his Magot, 3 damage,
yeah.
uh, that Evo Prime just healed his Magot. And it was beside Lockjaw. So naman Lockjaw, he gives
Masterminds, yeah.
mastermind to characters adjacent to him, no? And I
Mm,
think that Evo Prime helps heal, makes that Lockjaw life longer.
yeah.
I
So
mean, out of all the primes, diba, he used that Evo Prime.
Evo Prime, yeah. Animal team, I imagine.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, so parang everyone mastermind to Lockjaw, and then Lockjaw will just be healed by
I just don't
support.
know how he was able to put Sakarian in his team.
Maybe it's Chop Suey team.
I cannot remember if he had +3 during our roll there.
Yeah. Anyway, it's fine.
Hmm.
No worries. So, and then for me, one of the big thing is, as I said, knockback is back. So, very interesting. A lot of my matches, knockback was heavily used. And being able to put terrain as part of the, instead of objects, I'm mostly placing terrains, blocking just to make sure that I don't get attacked immediately. Okay, so I think that will be the big things moving forward with the new changes. Okay.
Yeah, I saw the game of Daniel Dan
Yeah.
Powell ba? Daniel
Daniel Powell.
with KL.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. And and I think Dan had to barrier the one with the two square, uh 6 by
one
two
by
or
two,
4 by
six
two.
by two, 6 by 3.
Yeah, he put it in front of KL's team. So KL couldn't go out of his starting area.
He has to destroy the terrain.
Yeah, he had to destroy one. Because if you destroy, I think one square, both all of the 3 by 1
Mm-hmm.
blocking will be destroyed.
Yeah,
But he had to lose one action because of that.
true. What do you think of minimum range 4 instead of minimum range 6? Was it a big factor or
Well,
not
it
really?
affected like my flash, the TK. It
Yeah.
affected the flash. So when he TKs only goes up to 4.
Okay, but not so much, I imagine, or did it
But
matter a
and
lot?
then also in the other figures that were using prob, some of them couldn't reach me because they only have
Zero
4 because they
range.
had 0 range.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So have
So
to be aware of
it
that.
affected a little.
Yeah, yeah. Only a little. Yeah, yeah. That's true. That's true. Even for me, I felt that it's something that has little effect, not as big impact as we imagined. Okay.
Yeah, because of
So
the smaller map, I
because of
guess.
the smaller map, yeah, it's proportionate to the smaller map. Okay, let's move on to the next segment. I know this is getting to be a long video, but that's fine. We only do it once a month. So the last agenda would be the question and answer portion. So we posted a thread in the Pinoy Heroclix Facebook group. So if you want to join, just search it in Facebook, Pinoy Heroclix, and let's look at some of the questions and share our thoughts. Joey asks, when is the next big tournament in the Philippines? Um, we have we don't have WKOs. I think the only big tournament in the Philippines would be the nationals tournament, and that
Yeah.
usually happens on third quarter of the year. There are talks about having some major tournament, not necessarily the big nationals tournament, but we're still waiting
Hey,
for prices.
pala, I have story. I
Yeah.
think my first opponent was was telling me, my friend here is saying that you're the national champion in the Philippines. So I was just really now we're known.
Well, at least you have a good reputation, the
I
champion. Okay, so next big tournament in the Philippines, most likely the nationals. Larry will be defending his uh what you call this, his championship
title.
title. Okay, and I'll be defending my what you call this, my second place
Run
title,
up.
my runner up title as well. I've been run.
We might exchange this time.
Ooh, it's okay. We'll see. We'll see. So there's a lot of new
Yeah.
sets compared to the
Or
last
we or
nationals.
or, or we might come up at the lower lower.
It depends on what the legal sets for the big tournament will be, because we don't have Scarlet Witch in our collection, so it's gonna be hard
That's
to
true.
get around Scarlet Witch in any big
I'm happy
tournament.
with my Agatha.
I don't have any, so I probably would need to use three maggots if that's the case.
Well, if it's legal.
If it's legal, then yeah. If it's legal, I'm gonna be using X-Men, so most likely a maggot team, something like that. So we want more big tournaments, even perhaps WKOs, even sealed tournament. Sealed tournament for me, I considered it a big tournament because usually if it's a sealed tournament, a lot of players come in.
Well,
Okay, so
also
yeah,
I heard from NG that the sets are coming.
yeah,
The sets are
yeah.
coming.
So if the sets are
But
coming, then
if it's here, they're not gonna bring it out all together. They're gonna bring it out one by one.
one by one, yeah. So
But
that
they're
means
coming.
Yeah, so that means probably there will be weekly sealed new sets, parang ganyan, no?
Yeah,
Yeah, and again, that for me is already a major tournament. I like playing sealed, especially for newbies. I mentioned it in last month. Uh, that
yeah.
that's what got me addicted to HeroClix, the sealed tournament. Okay.
Especially when you're beginner, you're so lucky with the shield.
Yeah, with the sealed. Carla mentioned, kudos to the people keeping their respective communities, Manila, Cavite, and Cebu alive despite the challenges. Yeah, so we are still recovering from the pandemic, obviously, even HeroClix. So Manila is strong, Cebu is strong, but Cavite is also very strong in their role RPG game, HeroClix. So kudos to everyone. Okay.
And
Anton,
whenever you have big games, Cavite is there.
yeah. So big tournament for me is when there are representatives from Manila, Cavite, and Cebu, or at least same event happening simultaneously across the three venues. Okay. So, but really the biggest tournament will be the nationals tournament. And that usually is when, Larry, September? Is it September for us?
Yeah, kinda.
Oh, kind
September
around
national.
Burr month for
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the second question is from Anton. What actions can our local community take to bring in more sets and make this available to all players?
Oh,
Um, well, we're somewhat dependent to the local game store, okay, because we can get figures online, eBay, Cool Stuff, Throw and Toad, and even personal transactions with Facebook international community. Okay, but as Larry mentioned, they're not going to be legal if the local game store does not release the set.
doesn't.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not legal in the big tournament, but we are starting to
yeah.
use them in the weekly tournament. Okay, so
Yes,
that
yes.
yeah. So that being said, uh, perhaps to make this available to all players, I think one of the better strategy we're doing is we're doing a brick break. So like Larry will ask for will throw a sign up for the, let's say, Avengers Forever, uh what you call this, Batman team up, and then when the 10 slots are filled, then Larry will get from Amazon because it's free shipping from Amazon, and then we do
Do they have
a
free
brick break.
shipping now? Not
Right
yet.
now, not for Batman, but for Avengers Forever, they have free shipping. Okay, so
Pwede na
probably,
yun?
yeah, pwede na nga yun. So that I think is the best strategy to bring in more sets. Okay, we don't have to wait for the LGS, but it's fun to do brick breaks.
Yeah,
Okay,
when you buy from Amazon, 1 week, 2 weeks is already here.
yeah, yeah. So promote the buying from Amazon. Okay. Uh, so let's go to the next question. And there are three questions. These are the last set of questions from Doc Marcus. How can we get more children into the game? I think it's the Teen Titans. That's why the Batman team up with the chibi characters. That is meant really to appeal to the children. They're cartoonish. They see it in Cartoon Network most likely. So probably we need a Marvel set that also has big head, tiny body figures.
Do they
I
have a
don't know.
cartoon with a big head?
For Marvel,
Oo.
I cannot recall, but I'm pretty sure there is. Meaning, or if not, then they can probably convert some characters into chibi characters.
The one with anong toy yun, yung malalaki yung heads?
Funko Pop figures.
Ano?
Funko Pop,
Bubble heads.
bubble heads. Yeah,
Yeah, there.
yeah, yeah. So that might be, we might need a Marvel set like that with a big head, tiny body figures. I think Scooby Doo and other indie licenses might get more children into the game. Okay. Um, What do you think, Larry? How can we get more children into the game?
I don't know, maybe teaching our children.
Teaching our children. So yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I was about to say, we have to produce children. you have to,
yeah,
you have to
teaching our children
produce.
because once the kids see us playing all grown ups, they wouldn't join us.
Yeah, yeah. So we need to, I say, HeroClix players need to get married, get children, and teach your child to play the game. Okay, so that the game survives
Correct.
and there are more children into the game. Okay, so that's the challenge for all of us. Okay.
But I tried with my son, but when he got older, he stopped playing.
Stop playing. Okay, so I'll try it with my son, but my son is only like 14 months at this time.
Okay,
Uh,
you have to wait like 10 years.
10 years, yeah. So, and probably in regarding that question, also a follow-up question would be females. How do we attract females? Because there's really no active female player in the Philippines, as far as I know. So, um, something to think about. Okay, so Marcus also asked, what is your favorite format to play? Larry, favorite format?
Me, I
Yeah,
guess I I love the modern 300 format. I also like the sealed.
sealed. Yeah,
'Cause it's more challenging.
yeah. For me, it's definitely the top would be sealed. I like playing sealed. And then the second would be what you call this? Modern. I don't like Silver Age. I don't like uh Golden Age. So it's headache for me every time I play Silver. Okay. I'm not so
I
fond of.
like also
Go ahead.
I also like the format with using one SR only in your team.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ako, I don't like Silver Age. I don't like 400 point games. Meaning it can be fun, but it can also be draining. So I like Sealed because it's fun doing Sealed. Okay. And Marcus asked the last question for today. What are things you're excited for in Clicks in this 2023? I would say this March. Okay. Well, I'm excited primarily of the newer sets. Okay, we're going to have, and it's already been previewed, the Spider-Man Beyond Amazing. We're not gonna talk about it in this episode. We're gonna talk about it in the next one. But I'm excited with the new set. The new card looks interesting to say the least. Okay, I know there are a mixed feedback on the new design of the card, but anytime a new set is coming, always a good thing.
But it's not like I think when they released the card when opponents can read the back of the card. Wow,
Yeah.
that one was really
That rule that you're allowed to read the card, the
yeah
back of
yeah
the card. Yeah,
yeah
and see the dial. That changed a lot the game. Yeah, I agree.
yeah.
Yeah.
But now with this new card, it doesn't really change. It just made it easier for you to look at the stats.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna share our thoughts on this in next episode. But yeah, we're excited with the legacy figures of this set. I hope Wizkids send me a brick to unbox. Okay, I wanted to get a first hold of the figures and the cards in the set. So that gets me
Oh
excited.
yeah, yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah. I'm excited for new sets. I think Larry mentioned that NG is bringing in new sets soon. I hope it comes in
Yes,
March.
it's coming. It's coming. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's something to be excited of. And yeah, I'm just crossing my fingers that X-Men X of Swords is part of that uh bulk that's coming in March. Okay. How about you, Larry? Anything that you're excited for, looking forward to for March? In the
Well, I'm excited with the new rules so that we can use it already.
Yeah. I think most of our starting March, we will have all new rules tournament. Yeah. Okay.
So
Uh,
that the more we play it, the more we play the new rules, the more we're gonna be ready for nationals.
True, true, true. And everyone's already talking about nationals as early as February.
I know
There's
because
a
it's the
lot.
only big game we have. That's
Yeah.
why.
That's why. That's why. So probably if we can squeeze in a semi-big tournament, that would be awesome, so that we can really see the meta teams, local meta teams, in preparation for the big national tournament.
How
Oh,
about if Brad again opens a
a
big
big
tournament,
tournament.
will you join again?
Yes, I will join, and we'll probably
Yeah,
invite
it's fun.
some
It's
more.
fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
since we don't have big tournaments now, at least that one is
Yeah. Yeah. So
exciting to.
to join. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Nga
So
lang, it's so draining. Like until now, I'm still drained.
me too. Me too. Uh, Anyway, so let's wrap up tonight's episode. Okay, so summary, state of Heroclix, Pinoy Heroclix. Overall, Larry, for the month of February 2023, how would you rate your the state of Pinoy Heroclix out of 10?
um, I guess uh we're eight
8.
because NG naman is letting us play with other sets that they haven't
Mm,
released yet.
yeah,
So that's good.
that's
We're
good.
having fun with the new, like with the HOX,
Mm.
War of
The
Realms,
Empire.
yeah,
Yeah.
Empire, yeah, yeah,
Okay, yeah, I'm also rating it 8 out of 10, meaning we're getting there. We're not quite there, but we're getting there slowly
yeah, yeah. We're
but
getting there.
surely. So a little more patience for our Pinoy HeroClix players. I recommend play. Come and play. You'll be surprised how competitive the games are. So and how interesting the team builds of the local players. Okay, you
Yeah, and don't be afraid playing with your figs that you like,
yeah, yeah. Okay. So with that being
because
said,
if you're the last player, you get more prizes.
in the stake down. That's true. Okay, so with that being said, Larry, thank you very much. I know it's already early morning here once again. So everyone, I hope you are able to reach this part of the video. Thank you for listening up until the end of the video. And this is Larry and Jasper signing off for episode 2 of Pinoy, State of Pinoy HeroClix. Bye-bye,
Good night.
everyone. Good
Bye
night.
bye.
Bye-bye. Tin, 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 tin,
Ten
tin,
ten ten
tin, tin,
ten ten
tin.
ten.